All right, welcome to the Truth Juice Podcast, where we got to tell the truth. We squeeze it all out and we label it as juice. I'm your host, Uncle Stu.
I'm one of your hosts, Hesitation.
I'm your third
All
host.
right, bro.
Zay. Why you gotta cut me off like
You
that,
took
man?
5 years.
Dramatic timing. And Stu has had too much coffee, and I've had too much protein.
And we got our wonderful guest, Meg.
Yes. So, how do you two know each other?
If you want to be the guest.
Sure.
She is the guest, Stu.
Do you want to be the guest?
This episode?
The host.
She's taking over.
Taking your job.
Stu and I worked together for
That's
what?
my job.
5-6 months? There for a while?
7.
7? I don't know.
Oh, no.
7.5.
7.
This is back at the...
Yeah, well, it felt like an eternity.
Yeah.
But
Any
With
type of
Stu.
time.
Yeah, with
Feels
Stu.
like eternity.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So what? Yeah, like 7 months we worked together at
Dégagé.
Dégagé.
What is Dégagé?
It's a women's homeless shelter downtown.
Yes, you remember you told me that.
I'm still there. He's not.
You left it. It's crazy.
Just a mission, you know. It was a temporary mission.
Just a mission, and you gave up on the mission?
Oh,
It's high and dry. I haven't replaced him.
You gave up on the mission.
He ain't been
Gave up on
replaced
the
yet.
mission.
you haven't even replaced. See, they still waiting for you to come back.
Yeah. There you
I
go.
love y'all. You seen this? Love you too, Thal.
Did you quit?
Marissa. No, it's more like resign. Quit and resign is different.
No, they're not.
Think about it. You signed
Okay, like how-
to resign, and then
Did you give him a
You're
2
putting
weeks?
Your 2 weeks.
when you resign, you
Did
sign.
you give him a 2 weeks?
When you quit, you quit. Think about it.
Yeah, but you put in your 2 weeks saying you're quitting in 2 weeks.
Yeah.
At a stop
If
sign,
you
does
just
it
left-
say?
Does it say stop? Yeah, it does.
Okay,
Does
so
it say break? I'm making sense.
No, you're not.
I'm making all the
Really
sense in the
not.
world.
What are you talking about?
Think about it. Stop
So-
doesn't say break.
So this let's go back to it. So
But it
you
implies
you
that
went
you were
in
breaking.
one day,
Mhm.
and you told him you're not going to work there no more, right? And then
No.
you left. Is that how it happened?
I sent a formal email.
Yeah, he quit.
So you quit.
Yeah.
So you quit.
Yeah.
So what you're saying
You're
is,
trying to put it in so many words. You can just say you quit. That's fine. That's fine.
I formally told them that I don't want to work there.
said, told
You
him.
know what's even crazier is that Meg has interesting background. Go ahead and let us
I
know.
do?
Where you from?
I'm from up north. Very called Alpena. Probably don't know it.
I've been to Alpena.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Is it UP or like
No, it
right
was
before
it-
you?
no, it
It's
was
right-
lovely.
Okay.
It was lovely.
I'm sure it was. I'm sure you drove through it. It looked really nice.
Yeah, I was like, "Welcome to Alpena. Have a nice time."
Yeah.
Is it really like a stop sign to stop sign sound?
Nah, it's not that small. It's in relativity, it's fairly big for where we're at. We're just out near nothing. So like, it would take me an hour to get to anywhere.
I was gonna say,
Anywhere.
isn't a lot to
Those are the
do, but the
worst.
water was nice.
The water is really
We
nice.
went to go see the water. The water was crystal clear.
Wait, you talking about like the lake?
The water. Any water that was in Alpena was
There's a
clear.
lot. There's a lot.
It's clear water out there and y'all complaining? Well, you complaining?
Yeah, I'm complaining.
Wow.
Well, you know what? She probably lives there, so I can see like there was like comics. There was like a comic store, and then there was
Hey, that's all I need.
a record store, and that was
That's
about
all I
it. That was about all we were interested in when I went with some guys,
Mm-hmm.
and everything else was just like oh, we've never been to this part of the state before, so
Yeah.
that's what it is. But living there, I can kind of understand where it gets kind of like,
Yeah.
So you practice shit.
Let me tell you, you want pizza or any kind of hardware tool? We got you. We have
they got
30
it.
of those.
That's
We have nothing else.
I mean, sometimes that's all a guy needs.
Yeah,
Is
well,
pizza.
What's the there's that little is it a statue park? I can't remember. There's something in the middle next to the downtown. I don't know if it's just a little park that like an area. Can't
I
remember.
mean, for it being a lot of land, I'm
Yeah.
sure there's a lot of parks.
yeah, it's just so spread out. There probably is.
Oh my god! Wow!
Yeah.
If you stop, does it break? if
Hit a stew.
if
Look how much sense you just made.
That's
I fear
If
you breaking, are you stopping?
I fear we have hit common knowledge.
yes.
Don't go above my head. I can only take so much.
Pop culture.
Common knowledge is above your head?
Common knowledge. He didn't know. He didn't know. I don't know if you know this. He didn't know what pop culture meant.
Yeah. So this is a very common thing
get
on
that
this
conversation.
podcast. I don't know if you've seen maybe 1 or 2 episodes, but he does not know what pop culture is. So
Or
every
meant.
time we hit a subject that he doesn't know or he's confused about, we just say pop culture.
Of course. Of course.
So I'm gonna tell you too, because if I don't know, I'm gonna say pop culture because I don't know. Another thing about you that's interesting was the farm. I like
This is
that.
true.
Farm.
Yeah. I grew up not on a farm, but like adjacent to all farms, and so we do a lot of weird things like hunt. And
How weird. Sorry.
Weird's not for me. Weird for you when I would tell you about that.
Sorry.
Oh, weird for Stu. Yeah, hunting is normal for me, but
Yeah,
sure.
of course.
No, so hunting is a normal thing. I don't know if you knew about it, Stu.
People hunt. You know that? You know that?
I don't eat deer meat.
You know,
I know, and I made him try it, and he
Really?
spit it out.
Well, venison I've heard is very. I've never had venison before, but I've heard it's very gamey.
It can be.
Unless you prepare it correctly.
Yeah, it can be. I probably should have done it differently.
A deer's heart? Yeah, it's a deer's
But
heart.
it was not the deer's heart. It was not.
It was a heart for
It
sure.
was not the
He had
heart.
a lung.
I could
He had a
give
lung,
you
I
the
know it.
heart. I could give you the heart. You would hate it. I could give you it. I could give you the heart, liver, whatever you want.
I think I've had like venison sausage before, and that's pretty good. See? I think it's good.
It's so good.
Y'all need to try that.
It's the best.
I want to, but I never do.
Bro, you're in Michigan, bro. You could probably go around the corner and get some.
Well, I did hit a deer like 2 weeks ago. I could have gotten some venison
Yeah,
there.
you murdered a
This
deer.
is true.
I literally did murder a deer. You'll hear that on the last episode that we recorded.
So have you shot in the deer before?
I have.
What kind of gun were you using?
I don't know.
Rifle?
This was a long time ago. This was like when I was 15.
wow.
It was. I don't know.
Asking about
Was it a
the
rifle?
ways and
Yeah, it was
methods
a
of
rifle.
murder. Is
Was it
crazy.
a
Murder.
semi-automatic rifle? Or was it a bolt action?
No, we don't do semi-automatics. No, we just.
He
go
asked the method to
full
her
hand.
murder. Like he's opening a case.
I'm having a conversation, Stu.
I'm sorry.
This is
Shut
true.
your
It's
hole.
Up north, it is
brother.
very much about population regulation.
Oh. Now
You
that
have to
makes
have
sense.
tags. You do it legally. That is the kind of hunting I'm talking about.
Have you guys heard of those dudes that can get automatic rifles that go out and just hunt boar?
Yeah. No.
Here in
Oh, they can do that?
There's people that can do that. I don't know what she was saying. What she said sparked a... No, that's not what I meant. What she said... I don't know about you, but what she said sparked that thought in me just now. There's some dudes that can get suppressors and automatic weapons, and they go out just hunting boar. Like, I heard a story about one dude who killed...
Yeah, I feel like that's just for fun.
No. They
Is
go.
that illegal?
They're contracted to go to farms because the boar rip up the ground of the farmers. So these guys are contractors that go out to hunt the boar and any kind of boar that they see. And some guy was telling me a story that his friend who does that killed about 300 boar in one night, and that was only in a few hours.
Question, Meg. You're really smart. Is a boar classified as pork?
I feel like probably.
But it's not a pig. It's a boar.
Yeah, but it's in the same family. It's just like a bull.
Does
and
it
a,
oink?
A
Duh.
bull and a cow. Like that's just male and female.
Ooh.
I just learned
just
this
dropped
year
some
that a
knowledge
bull
on me,
was just a cow.
If she could
but
drop that
male.
much, she should.
I mean, I don't know that a boar is considered a pig, but I feel like it's in the same
Well,
family.
I feel like that's...
Lucky for you, we have
Yes.
Google.
Take out your phones in this middle of this podcast.
No, we got
Okay.
it. No, we got it. Go ahead. Go
It's
ahead.
over there. So.
While you're finding out that interesting topic. All right, now we get to the spicy topic. Spicy segment number 1. All right, we got what ways can men of today be more supportive?
It's similar to pork.
Supportive to what?
Women in general. What ways can men of today be more supportive to women?
There's so many things. There's so many ways.
So many ways, like
Like, I feel like first way is education. Like, you have to know that. You have to know what's going on. That's the first step in anything, I think. Like, especially if it's issues that don't directly affect your person, you need to have education 1st. Like, you need to sit down and you need to educate yourself about what's really going on. Especially since it doesn't affect, like, men personally, a lot of the issues don't. But it affects the people around them.
what do you mean by that? What you mean by
I think I know exactly what she
don't
means.
they don't affect men?
I think she's
Well,
talking-
if we're talking about how men can support women,
there's education that needs to happen for the men so that they can better support the women because the men don't know what the women are going through. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That is true. Y'all got that idea.
Yeah.
I'm like thinking like
This is why.
It just doesn't like personally
Pop
affect you,
culture.
as in, like, yeah.
probably.
Yeah. As in, like, if we're talking about like the wage gap doesn't specifically affect you because you are not a woman. But you need to know about the wage gap because it does retroactively affect you because it affects the women in your life, and that's going to affect. It's going to snowball into what it affects you as because you have a mother, you have a sister, you have grandparents.
So question. Even with the wage gap being the wage gap, right? We understand that women.
What is the wage gap?
Okay, I don't know exact numbers.
Let's start with educating what is the wage gap.
Okay,
This is exactly what
I
you're
know
saying.
it's a gap.
That's what
That's
I'm
all I
saying.
know is I know it's a gap.
But like, what is it about?
Like I know women don't tend to make more money than men. I
It's
get
not
get
that.
that, but like
It's
I'm
not that we
saying,
don't make more money. It's that we statistically and consistently make a lot less. It's not that we don't make more. It's that we don't even make equal.
so
It's people that do
it's
the
that we
same
don't
job.
even make equal.
let's
About
take for
82
instance
and currently
a
it's
guy that
82
doesn't
cents a
have
dollar.
a high school diploma, right? And let's just say he's not a general laborer because he's not physically capable of doing the physical labor. Will a woman that had more kids get more money, or would a man that has just the will to work make more money in that case?
I missed the question entirely.
She knows what I'm talking about.
Okay, go
Here's
ahead.
what I'm talking about, though. We have to go back to basics. We can add it. There's 100,000 different complexities that can add it into something that's called intersectionality. It means that there's so many different things that affect one issue. But if we're just looking at wage gap, if we're looking at a male and a female, we're looking at them applying for the same job, them working the same job, them getting the same reviews from their manager, both saying they're doing good. Statistically speaking, that woman will make 82 cents to the dollar to the man on average just because she's a woman. That's what I'm talking about, the wage gap. There are 100 other factors that can go into that, including marital status, performance, education levels. There's different.
So you're talking about the bigger percentage of it all? Is what? Oh, okay. You know what?
Talking about on average. That's
That's
what we
our
use
first-
averages for.
That's our first good debate. I like that. Me and her just debated at work all the time. Like
Really?
we would have like on a lunch break, me, her, and my other coworkers, we would all just sit there and debate about the world's problem. This is kind of how the podcast really started, with us, debating about the world's problem. I'm like, I need to do this on a bigger scale. Do you guys agree?
I mean, I think she made a lot of good points, and you just said stuff.
That's how our debates go.
That's how it goes.
That's usually how it goes with us too. Most of the time.
Facts.
I mean, you got to actually bring like counterpoints if you're debating.
So I think we
Here we
okay.
go.
So get off the original
Right.
question. How can men support that? How do you think men can support that?
Yeah, so like after education, I think it's really about listening to those that it does affect. Like, of course, education can take you really far and it gets you those baseline facts, but you don't get those real life stories. So I feel like after that, it's about being humble enough to take a step back and listening to those, like, that are fighting those fights every day, that are making those points and talking about it. And you can agree or disagree with it, but it's really about knowing those studies, knowing those facts, and then listening to those people in your life and understanding that they have a perspective you can never have.
Right.
But then it's being humble enough to accept that and being humble enough to listen to those people, and then it's about going out and supporting those people and always understanding that you have a voice, you can have an opinion, but you always have to step back to those who are really knowledgeable, who it's really going to affect, and that's how you can support them. Just be there for them, and then also when they're not in the room, being there for them in that way.
Getting a voice for it.
So it's also a change of perspective for most people too, because like you can have a perspective by just reading online, by going through documents, and by figuring stuff out by what you hear on social media. But it's another thing to go and talk to those people who are actively in that situation. Like when it comes to people, I mean the only difference I can think of is like rich and poor. The rich person's always going to be like, man, we came from that, but whatever. And the poor person's like, man, that guy's so far up his, whatever.
Right.
But if you both talk to each other, you find commonalities where it's just like, man, I didn't know you were living that way because of so and so and so. And the poor guy's like, man, I didn't know you were living that way because you came from where I came from.
So you think like
Except for people who were born out of
You had something.
silver spoon.
No, I'm saying this is why conversations are good.
Yeah. Like I think so. Like what you're saying is like gender should be able. Both genders should be able to humble themselves to be able to listen to each other and like reciprocate a message that they're trying to get across. But it takes like a real compound
Conversation.
Thanks. To kind of get somewhere.
It's really hard, especially like in today's society, because that's not how we work, right? We just see like the things that we see in social media and on like in general, even in government now, we see just screaming matches, and that's all we see. And we see people just talking over each other, and that's so easy to fall into because you just want to be heard, but no one's hearing anyone.
Time to listen.
Yeah, no one's hearing you like that.
Have you ever watched The View?
Dude, I hate going through Instagram comments. Have you seen Instagram comments and
Yes.
reels and stuff?
I mean-
They're just like, bro, you know, that really happened. And they're like, where's your facts? And he's like, I don't know, but you know, I knew it.
No, there's actually like a meme going on Instagram. It's like, I love spreading misinformation on Instagram.
That's devious, bro.
There's so much misinformation that comes from social media. It's wild. It's so crazy.
That's why I
I
go
mean-
to TikTok.
Okay, on to the next one. What is the nicest thing you've ever done for a significant other? I'm gonna start with Hezzy first.
I mean,
I was born.
it's your topic, you know.
She's the one when they caught that.
What's the nicest thing I've done for a significant other? Oh, so boom, birthday, spa day, a nice fancy dinner, you know, downtown, walking, seeing the, you feel me? You know, that's in the past though. My girlfriend, I gotta one up that. The Detroit Lions game was better. You know, I am in a relationship now. If Pa didn't understand that, yeah, I'm cuffed.
He doesn't make that known up there.
It's out.
Don't say you're cuffed. She's gonna see this. I got the ball and chain.
Yeah, the cuff is
now.
such a bad.
Cuffed is a bad word. My bad.
I got abducted. Is basically what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So you said you did what? You just did a spa day?
So yeah, spa day, nice dinner, and then like you know, like when you take a walk downtown, it was in El Paso, so you take a walk downtown and you know get to see the signs, all that stuff. Romantic.
Sure. Now you get to one up that next whatever comes up.
You have no faith in me.
February 14th, the Valentine's Day.
Sir.
You have a chance to one up it, bro.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Cut that.
He's not.
Cut that out.
He's not
Cut
gonna,
that out.
He's not gonna one up it.
Jokes.
Editor. Cut that out.
Which is also.
What's up, Ezzy?
Hey, bro, move past. I'm still thinking on mine.
Okay.
Go ahead and think on yours. I'm thinking on mine. What about you? Do you have a boyfriend now?
Do not. And I don't really do relationships.
Have you had
Hate to
one in
say
the
it.
past?
I have.
We'll get.
Yeah.
We'll come back to that.
Will not come back to that. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have an answer to this. I haven't dated in a long time, and I don't really want to.
Well, like you haven't done like you haven't given them something like.
It was a high school relationship. It's different.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's different. It's not like I didn't have money. I didn't have a car. Like it was like.
Like, hey, we
baby stuff.
see each other at school.
Yeah,
How
it
you
was
doing?
baby stuff. Like it wasn't.
You didn't give them a card or anything.
Dude, I think so. What I think the question is really asking is like it's generalizing the audience here because we're just assuming that people have a relationship.
And
Or
that's
if
No,
fine.
I'm saying
ones.
it's like in any time or any point.
You're
in
saying
your
like,
life.
what's the most romantic thing that we've done?
That's literally what I said. I said, what is the most romantic thing you've done for a significant other?
Hate to say it. I don't do mushy either.
So,
I don't-
okay.
I don't do mushy. I
It's the
don't
first,
do.
yeah.
Well,
Yeah. Hate to disappoint.
What about you, Hezzy?
it's also like I can't come up with the word, but it's
I'm like,
I got you.
it's not subjective. Never mind. I'm not even gonna say the word. So
Subjective?
yes, that's the word.
Okay.
It's very
It's made of a
subjective
word.
because you know.
Go ahead.
uh-huh.
So mine, it may be romantic to her, but it may not seem romantic to other people.
As you should. Be in tune
Well,
to your partner.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
If it was romantic to her and you did it
If
for
it was
her because you
Roblox,
loved her.
y'all gonna get a
Yeah, there you go.
And that's romantic.
That's it.
Whoa. Wait a minute.
I don't know about that. I think like the most romantic thing is I got her favorite what's it called figure for like a Funko Pop,
Fire.
and then
That's lame.
I took and then see what I'm saying? It's very subjective.
I like it, bro.
Go ahead.
And then I think we just went on a very romantic day, and I treated her to Cheesecake Factory in a movie.
Bro, cheesecake, you were balling, bro. Cheesecake Factory is expensive.
Could you imagine if you said, "Yeah, we went to a Fuji"?
That doesn't even seem like a
Fuji
very
buffet.
like it seemed. She said it was romantic, but like it was.
Did your partner love it?
Yeah, but
Yes,
Then that's all that matters.
that's all.
it's also a previous partner. We're no longer together, so no.
That's okay.
She couldn't get past.
You
that
did better than
fucking
most, you know. I ain't been cheesecake bread.
I mean, bro, you can just go. That's
Yeah,
right over
This
there.
is true. You have free will.
You can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
So Isaiah,
thing that I did for a significant other was it was Valentine's Day. We had dinner, and then we went back to our shop. Was someone snoring just now?
I breathed really hard.
Oh, okay.
I'm sorry.
I started talking to
just randomly like,
My bad.
No, that was me.
you know the shop.
Yeah.
You've been there. So we have all of our like instruments and stuff over there, and I sang to them.
I remember that.
Yo, you are like next level. There's this level,
See what I'm
then
saying?
there's next level.
See what I'm saying?
Take notes.
I need
It's very
to take
subjective
notes.
because like, because Isaiah
Maybe you want me to
made
sing
a
to
song
you?
for you.
Yeah.
He's more
Yeah,
romantic.
but see the song thing is like it's always gonna be like that's the trope. It's like if you sing to anyone, it's always super romantic. But like I think getting a Funko Pop, if they're into that stuff,
As you should.
if they're
Are you
into
into
that
that?
stuff,
What?
Like
sang
like
to?
Justin Timberlake, he's just like,
No.
hey,
absolutely not.
I would run. Unfortunately,
Really?
I would get
She
so
would run,
cringed
she's being
out.
honest.
I am being honest.
what is? I know you say you don't do mushy, but what is something that you would appreciate? Something that is your style.
See, I'm a big quality time person. So just like being together is all like that's all I need. I don't need gifts. I hate gifts. I hate getting them. It's the most awkward thing for me. I just don't like it. I don't like if we're going like all the love languages. Physical touch freaks me out. Gifts freak me out. Words of affirmation really freak me out. So like everything else, I'm just
So quality time.
quality
is
time's
the
it.
biggest
Like that's it.
time.
Yeah.
You guys are like, so like half a mile away.
We
Okay, I get
I bought my coworker some chili cheese fries, and she was already discussed. She was like, "You don't have to buy me chili cheese fries." I really don't. And I'm just like, nah, like I'll look out for the homies. But yeah, she definitely is like that. But that's cool. Ask your famous question though.
Oh, ask my famous question.
Famous question.
So
Wait, I have a question real quick.
Go ahead, bro.
It's very quick.
Okay.
What does your shirt mean?
What does my shirt mean? I don't know.
Because
I like the shirt.
I was gonna say because
Thank you.
it's going through the
Yeah,
cycles.
it's
of
the
the
moon phases, and I don't know why I thrifted it.
Oh, okay.
But I love it. It's got good vibes. That's all I really care about.
I like it.
Thank you.
Anyways,
Really cool.
that was it.
That's my homie right there.
Before we get that, I like. Okay, no, never mind. We might have to cut that. Never mind.
We might have to cut it.
No,
There you go.
because I have a question. It was
Is this the
a
famous question?
no.
though?
This is a different question.
Oh, okay.
Before the
I'll-
famous question.
Hold my breath.
So you asked her what her love language is. What is your love language?
Oh, I was gonna ask. I was thinking that too.
Because like, yeah, go ahead. Steve.
Y'all go first.
No, you go. Steve. I asked you.
Do you know the
I
four?
asked you.
You asked the question.
Do you know
It's
the yeah,
quality
do you know
time? The four is quality time, physical touch, gifts, and
Gifts and affirmation.
Words of affirmation.
words
Words
of
of
affirmation. Words, gifts of affirmation.
Yeah.
Gifts.
They can be the same thing. I think.
Gifts and then words of affirmation.
Yes.
If Pastor's watching this,
Gift giving.
It's gonna be our Valentine's episode.
Valentine's episode.
If you guys can knock it out that fast, I ain't even
Yeah,
editing
have
any
you
of this.
edited?
I've
Okay, then let's move on.
all right.
So if Pastor's watching this in a very marital sense, physical touch, physical touch, physical touch.
It doesn't have to be like that either. Physical
bro.
touch could be like holding hands.
Yes, bro.
Hugging.
You gotta take it
Yeah,
that
it
far.
doesn't
A kiss here or there.
I'm not gonna lie, physical touch, number one. Like none else, physical touch. Like I'm like a very clingy person.
Do you appreciate gifts?
Nah, I get weirded out like her.
Do you appreciate when someone
Like,
says, "Oh, I love you, I love
hype
you
you
so
up.
much," and they're like, you know, because you're
you
a
like
really
when your
good guy, and
significant other
I
hypes
love
you up?
you.
I like it too much.
so you like words.
So
So
like
words of
words of
affirmation.
I don't know what like love language stuff is.
So
I'm
like
not-
words of affirmation would be like all that stuff. It would be like I love you, I'm so proud of you, like thank you for doing. It's just like constant, like those like building
like
up
that.
words
Yeah,
that freak
building
me
up.
out.
See, bro, you just learned something about yourself.
Yeah,
Right on. Right
Is he?
on, man.
I love an opportunity to grow and learn. Look at
Exactly.
There you go.
I mean, every time we have a conversation with Stu, you learn something.
He-
I might
Yeah.
just be the
Yeah.
smartest
I could've-
person at this table. I'm a
this. Could have told
sponge.
him the sky was blue, and he's learned something.
So what? I thought it was green this whole time. Matter of fact, I haven't even looked up.
Yeah.
I'm really a sponge though.
There's something up there.
Think about it.
What's those white things up in there, guys? That's a cumulonimbus.
Ooh,
Yeah, what's that mean?
I know he knows that word.
I don't. What is it?
It's,
I wonder-
it's really part of pop culture.
Pop culture, right there.
It's
See, she's on the train now. She's on the train now.
She's been there for sure.
See, we gotta get her shirt. We gotta get her shirt. Now.
1,000%.
Has he?
So my love language would be also probably physical touch and quality time. I don't even care about gifts, bro. You didn't really gotta give me gifts.
That's good to know. I'm not. I know.
I mean,
your
I
birthday.
like
No,
gifts
no,
giving from
that's
my
it.
homies.
No, it's all right.
From the homies, I like gift giving.
It's all right.
Don't touch me. But yeah.
Yo. Hey, yo.
That's it, my man.
But yeah, those are mine.
I like quality time, physical touch, and gifts.
Gifts.
I do appreciate gifts every now and then.
Yeah, so someone gave you a guitar.
Huh?
A guitar.
Oh yeah, your mom, his mom gave me a little like tiny Mexican guitar. Was it from
Yeah.
Mexico?
Yeah.
I don't know. Anyways,
Like a ukulele?
yeah, kind of like a ukulele,
A
but
little
it was tinier. I'll have to bring that on next time.
Yeah, you do.
But yeah, I do appreciate gifts.
Shout out my moms.
I'm just not. I'm
Shout
not
out
good
to
at
Taylor.
words of affirmation. I'm not good. I'm just like, hey man, you all right?
I'm also gonna ask a question now because I'm taking over.
Go ahead.
Oh.
So there's the one that you like getting, but then there's also the love language you like
was just
receiving, or you like getting, or giving. Sorry,
Giving.
You like giving. So of the four, what are you like giving?
Bro,
the
we were on the
most?
same wavelength because I was just about to say, it's like, but I like to.
Well, duh, 'cause we're
give
besties.
Exactly, see?
Exactly.
I'm taking your friend.
Locked in. Locked in. Locked in.
So mine would
Locked
probably.
Giving.
Bro, if you don't.
This is these two, like, all the time.
I think mine. Words of affirmation is what I like to give, and probably quality time and gifts. Actually, I do like giving gifts.
I can give. This sounds weird. It sounds weird to say it, but you know what I mean. I can give physical touch, and I can. I'm more of a gift giver. I appreciate receiving them, but I am more of a gift giver.
Mister, sing a song for you over here. What about you, Stu?
I'm a hype man for
are you-
sure.
Okay.
Like 1,000% hype man. Like I'm gonna get you so turned up, like in a good way. Hype you up.
Nobody thought a different way from what you.
I
I think
just
you're
have
the
to-
only one that thinking.
gotta calm
of a
down.
different way.
Come on,
Calm
yeah, I
down,
got it. Yeah, okay. And then, what was that one? Go over the things again.
Gifts of affirmation.
See, he did it. He did it.
Yes.
See?
I
Physical
got
touch.
you, don't worry.
I like gifts. I like giving gifts. I
I'm
love
actually
that.
thinking there's 5 now because I'm thinking about it.
I think there's
I
one
think,
more.
and I know what it. I think I know what it is. It's words of affirmation, gifts, quality time, physical touch, and I think the last one's acts of service.
Oh, that's right.
Because that's what
Acts
I
of
like to
service.
give. And I was like, where's that one?
That's what it is.
So
Anyways.
I would say acts of service then.
You know what that is?
Like me giving gifts.
That's
No,
gift
it's
giving.
different than gifts.
That's gift giving. Acts of service is like
It's like doing everyday things.
Yeah, going and doing the dishes.
Oh, that's not me. That's
Oh,
not.
we can tell, brother.
That is not me. You
And would you-
hey,
wait,
that's
would you-
not me.
That is
No.
all the
Opening the door,
conversation.
opening the door for them.
That's That's mine. Mom.
Let's see. Another one could be
Walking them to their car.
walking them to their
That's what it
car.
It's just like-
They got legs.
You is a terrible person.
Sorry, I gotta cut
Me
that.
and-
I'm
me and-
sorry.
No,
me
we're
and
not
Stu are on
cut-
the same page about that
We're
one.
not cutting
For
no
different
legs.
reasons, I
That's
know that.
crazy.
But me and Stu are on the same page. For wildly
My
different
thoughts start
reasons, and
winning.
I know this.
I'm sorry, my thoughts start winning. That's not true, ladies. I am a
Ladies.
No, open
lady-
your own door.
lady.
Let me open my own door. I have
I understand that. Yeah. If I'm just being nice. That's I just like doing that
No,
just to be nice.
You're a good guy. I am too.
No.
Famous question.
Okay. Yes, my famous question. So, do you know God and do you have a relationship with God, or either or?
I do. I do, probably not in the traditional sense. I do in the way that I feel God. I've always felt God really, very, very internally, and I've had that relationship with Him on my own. Growing up, I went to a Catholic church, which was great for all its faults, but they didn't really teach me anything. I didn't really know it. It was very going through the motions, and so that's never where I felt it. A church was never where I felt my relationship with them. It was always very just something that I knew, not something that I could ever really quantify or explain. It was just very I knew that they were there. I knew that there was someone I could talk to if I needed to. I knew that I wanted other people to know them if they could, and I wanted that relationship to be seen through me.
Yeah.
But never anything that I actively sat down in a church for, because that's just not where I felt it. But yeah, in all those words, the answer is yes.
So you would consider yourself more agnostic?
Maybe.
You know, there's something out there, but
Yeah, but I don't have a physical proof to it. I guess obviously
Yeah.
there's the Bible, there's the, but I also am very open to other interpretations as well, such as I've studied the Quran and I've studied obviously the Torah is the first books, but I'm just very open to something else being out there
Right.
and to knowing that that's really that I want to live that way, live the way that is good and is pure and is as the way I think that they want me to live. Yeah,
Okay.
So
that's really it.
one question: what was your first experience with that
Mm-hmm.
being?
Let's see. Well, it was definitely probably growing up in the Catholic Church. That was just always how my family was. My family's Catholic. They're very in tune with the church there, but it's very. I don't know if ever growing up I ever really felt anything. It was just some place that I went on Sundays, and I was very involved with it. I went to Bible study 2 days a week, and on Sundays me and my brother did altar serving, so we were there, doing all the things, and I knew all the things, but it was just like a class I went to. It was like a study.
Like rehearsal, basically.
Yeah, basically. I never really knew, especially growing up and being so young, I never really knew I was okay, I'm reading this book. I'm in this building 3 days a week. But I was I don't know what I'm doing. I'm just here. I just work here. But I don't know. I think as I gotten more, through high school, it's still the same thing. As I got more into college, I started to kind of figure out what I wanted to do with that. I met some really great people, met some who are still, I lived with for a really long time. They're great people. I still talk to them, who introduced me to a different way. That was kind of the whole, jumping around, on fire, kind of screaming, yelling, also wasn't my style.
Right.
It was really good to see, and it was really awesome to see a different take and a different perspective, and for someone to be, going from the Catholic Church where it's very muted, very conservative, very, very calm, to that kind of, whoa. That was really cool, and it gave me a really good balance. It gave me a really good balance to figure out when I was kind of done doing all that, a very good balance of okay, I can be somewhere in the middle, and I can kind of figure that out, and that's just as okay as all of those versions. And I don't know, I guess through all of that, I kind of just figured out that the internal prayer for me and the just resting with that kind of stuff, almost kind of like a meditation sort of thing, is kind of where I land. And yeah, that's kind of the vibes we got going.
So you've seen a pretty good amount of different perspectives.
Yes.
Have those perspectives change your view? Have I have a very forward question. Have the negative perspectives of those, or the negative side of those perspectives, change your view on God or your view on people?
I don't think any of those perspectives changed my view on God. I think I've always known in my heart and in my mind where I stand with God and where He stands with me. I think I've always known that. But I think I really, through all those perspectives, developed a very pure sense of what I think of church and what I think of the sense of religion as a whole. Because I think it's for me, it's very different from God. And I think I definitely developed a different sense of people because of it. And I can see a lot of different things going on. Some things that I don't love. Some things that I think are really cool. Some things that I really don't love. But I mean, we're all just people. We're all just struggling through every day.
Oh, yeah,
And
for sure.
if that's how you get through it, then fine. I mean, a lot of things are really awesome, and they're just not my cup of tea. The negative things I would love to not see, but
love to not have around.
Yeah, I would love to not have around. But then again, as long as they're not hurting anybody else, I can choose not to look. So
Sure.
So do you believe that is, well, you were saying you were more accepting of morals, right? You're more accepting of morals. Do you believe human beings are born with a moral standard? Or do you believe that, like, because you can't say that, like, of course we can't say that everyone has the same moral standard. But, like, do you think there's a standard out there that morals should be based on?
I'm going to answer two parts of your question.
Go ahead.
No, I don't think people are born with a moral standard. I think it is very much learned and very much taught.
Very true.
And we're always unlearning it and relearning it. I know I definitely did. Like, I am a very different person than I was when I was junior high, elementary school, high school. Very different person than I was 5 months ago. Like,
Facts.
I just, we're always learning, and as long as we're able to take those lessons, I think that's where our moral code develops. Like, you meet new people all the time. Like, I moved 5 hours away from my hometown in a completely different environment, and then I went to college for 4 years, and now I'm working in a shelter where I see all sorts of things. And I've learned so much, and it's changed what I truly believe down to my core a lot. And that's okay. I think that's really awesome, and it's been really enlightening to know that I can change like that.
So does that make you empathetic towards all different type of standards for morality, or does it make you sensitive to some?
I think, I don't, okay, I'm trying to put this in a good way. I think there's a lot of people who mistake opinions for morals.
What do you mean by that?
I mean, I feel as though we have a lot of people talking, and we have a lot of voices in a conversation that should be one that you're figuring out internally. And I feel like we let a lot of people's opinions affect our morals, and then that's how we change them. And I don't really think that's how it should go.
And they become our morals.
Yes, yeah, like our opinions become our morals, and that's very different than I believe it should be. It does make me empathetic towards it because I understand how hard it is to be humble and to sit back and to listen and to find that within yourself. It's really hard, especially with so many things trying to grab your attention right now. It is really hard, but I am sympathetic. However, I am not sympathetic to an unwillingness to learn, into a constant need to dig your heels in instead of learn.
Right.
And that's where I get stuck with a lot of people, is when you don't want to listen and you just want to yell.
Just to be right.
And you know what's
that's what I don't
crazy?
do.
And you know what's crazy? I feel like that's God right there, because God definitely, if you don't want to learn from him, he's not going to hear you, because he knows where your heart posture is at. And so, like, that's what I've been reading about God. He's just like, when your heart is content and it's right and it's really trying to get out of this messy situation, and you're really trying to just learn, even if it's for a moment, I'm there for you, like, no matter what time of day. So I think that's the awesome part about God, is that, you know, he works with the willing. because you have to have a will to even serve God. So that's just the beautiful thing about it, and that's why I had to ask you that question. Yeah.
You go through a lot of different perspectives at dégagé. Have there been some opinions in the past where you're just like, they almost like change your morals and you have to really think about them for some time?
There's definitely there's a lot of stuff going on. Like, there's a lot of people coming from all sorts of places and all sorts of backgrounds, and I don't know if any of them have ever outright changed. It's a compound effect. Like, no one person I can say ever changed my morals, but I definitely, working where I do and seeing what I do every single day, it's made me that much more willing to learn, because I'm like, I mean, I'm hopeful to never be in the situation of the people that I work for. I'm hoping to never be in that situation, but I am so understanding of that the way that they have ended up in this situation is most likely not their fault.
Right.
And it is just understanding that, and understanding that this is a human being and that they have so many complexities to their life that I'm never going to understand. Just knowing that and understanding that has like helped me so much in my personal life, like with my friends, with my family. Like, sometimes it's so hard to take a step back and be like, okay, I don't really know what's going on in your head. I don't really know what you've been through. And doing that kind of thing, just like, you just have to be willing to step back and just focus on the needs at the time.
I think that's what helped our relationship too, just being great friends, is because we would deal with situations, not going to mention them, but we would deal with situations that were so far, and like I would see it like from a perspective where I probably shouldn't be seeing it, and that's when she comes in, she's like, you got to remember, this is a human, this is what we deal with, and you like, and then we piggyback off each other, vice versa. You know, she have her days where she feels like that, and I think that's the beautiful part about it. And then that's kind of where like my ministry was going for the few months that it was there. But it's a beautiful thing, and like I recommend anybody. Like, I have no sour feelings. It's awesome to just like do that.
So what brought you to want to work there? If it was just, did you just fell into that opportunity?
If anything, that was a full act of fate and God, probably. Like, I went to college for I have a political science major and a human rights minor. Had no idea what I wanted to do with it. I didn't really know that I wanted to work with those in poverty until I took a class on it my junior year. Still had no idea what I wanted to do. Like, I had no clue. I had no path with it. I just wanted to learn. That's all I really went to college for. So then my last semester, I'm like frantically trying to figure out what I want to do. I'm applying to a ton of nonprofits, and I randomly found Dégagé on Indeed, I think, and I applied there for, I didn't know what the heck I was applying for, and then I showed up for an interview in the middle of the night. Like, it was like 7 o'clock, and it was November, so it was been long dark.
Facts.
Oh,
Wow.
wow.
Long dark. And it had been long dark, and I didn't know it at the time, but I mean, Stu knows how crazy it gets there, especially in the winter. And so like, I get to the building, never been there. I walk up to the guy at the front desk, like, he's trying to find our boss. Her name is Marissa. He's trying to find her. She can't find her because she's dealing with 100 different situations, like she always is. So I waited for like 45 minutes to get like into that interview. I'm seeing all these like people. I have no idea who they are. I'm seeing all these kinds of things going on. I don't know. I'm a 21-year-old baby trying to figure out what the heck I'm doing.
I forgot you were a child. Sorry.
Hey, I've grown a whole year since you last saw me.
Yeah. I'm proud of you.
Thank you. Whatever, I just did this interview, and it was just like the weirdest, most bizarre interview I've ever attended, and it was just so random. And a couple days later, they told me that they wanted me to work there, and it just kind of like, I was like, okay. I was like, all right. And then I showed up in January and just got thrown into a fire, and it was just like this random just string of luck that brought me there, and I've never been happier with a job that I've ever had. It's
awesome.
Yeah.
I can say it, out of all my coworkers I've never had a quite crew like Dégagé. Best pair of coworkers, you, Mariah, Andrikas, all of y'all. Marissa, shout out Thel, you know. Best group of coworkers ever. Bobby. Done.
Was there like a moment that like locked in that's where you were supposed to be?
I don't know. It's just insane how, like, there's just all these perspectives going on there. There's all, like, I'm never bored at any time. There's so much happening that I got to work every day and it was exhausting, but I always wanted to go back. And I was like, and I just always think about it. And, like, even after the hard days, I'm just like, okay, let's go back tomorrow. I'm like, it's going to be a better day tomorrow. That person still needs me. That person who yelled at me the day before, they need me today. And I don't know. I'm mentally and physically exhausted sometimes, but I still want to go back. And that's all I know.
Fire. So, it's off topic of what
That's
we
fine.
already talked about.
It's okay.
What is a trend that you believe that you created before anyone? Like something like, I was doing this and it feel like everybody else kind of started to piggyback off of what I was doing.
Being awesome.
This is questions that you got to ask us beforehand because I can guarantee you I haven't thought about it, but I'm not.
He did. He
But
said
you
it in the
know,
text.
I'm about to
That
lead
was
you
like-
there.
Give it. I'll tell you right now. It was this morning.
Oh, for sure.
Where were we this morning? Isaiah?
Church.
And what was I doing this morning?
I sent it last night, though. I sent it last night.
Did I look at it last night?
That's your
Exactly. Let's move on.
But no, a trend that I feel like I started. I used to, I grew up seeing rappers, and I fell in love with when they wear grills, and I was like, yo, like I want to be that person that wears a grill. So way back when, I say about 2021-ish, 2021-ish, I started wearing grills, and I brought them back here. And like I started seeing everybody buying grills, and I'm like, I was one of the first people like to buy custom grills. So, yep, it was me. I started the trend. I did it first, even though I don't have them no more. You guys can have it.
So you say you created the trend of wearing custom grills.
Yeah, I'm a trendsetter.
As a normal person.
As a normal person.
Well, yeah, because you said you got it from rappers.
But I got it from back then they were doing it, but what I'm saying is like a local thing, like around here, like that's where I trend. Let me clear that up.
He started the trend here.
Sure.
Thanks.
That's it. It was a trend, but then he started it in his local area.
Meg, I know you started a trend. You're a trendsetter.
Well done.
Let's do it.
The only one I can think of right now is I think I started the trend of people decorating the inside of their cars.
Facts.
Because I've been doing that since I got my car at like 15 and a half. Like my car, I've had two cars. My first car very decked out. My current car even more decked out. I got
This
pictures.
car?
Yeah.
Fire.
I got pictures on the ceilings. I got guitar picks on my dash. I got rocks and plants and
That's fine.
like.
It's like a home in her car.
Fine.
I'm like, your whole life is in here. I'm looking
This
at
is
stuff. I'm like, what?
Yeah, I'm
Pouring out
like,
her personality in her car. That's fine.
exactly. I used to at one point. I did have like string lights up,
Nice.
but somebody told me to take them down because I think that's like something that you can get pulled over for. So they
In
told me to stop.
Michigan. In Michigan, probably.
That's it.
Yeah, they told me to stop. So I was like, okay.
Michigan got
I was like, I
weird
don't
laws.
mess with that.
I can't.
But I 100% created that trend.
I can't do stuff like that in my car. I can do like little things here and there, but at a certain point, I feel like claustrophobic, and it's too clustered for me. Even if you make it look all pretty, I can't have
Say
it.
that again. Say
Purdy.
purdy.
Pretty.
No, you said purdy for sure.
Even if you make it look all pretty,
You would fit right in on the front.
Yeah, you're a
You would
smooth
fit
guy.
right in on the front.
pretty.
You do give farm.
I
You do give farm.
don't have any trends that I think I set.
That's fine. It's
I continued all the
That's
trends
fine.
that I
Not all of
saw.
us can be a legend. It's fine.
Yo, the subtle blow
Said
is
just
crazy.
basic, bro. Just got.
Oh,
What about you?
somebody cut that out.
I'm still trying to think on mine.
Okay, while you
You
do
ain't
that,
set no
we're gonna
trends,
think
boy.
about.
You didn't set no trends.
That's crazy.
You didn't set no trends. You didn't set no trends.
All right, what trend is that?
You didn't set no trends.
I think I've started a trend of saying "bruh" at our church.
You didn't set no.
Our church.
Bro, no, for real.
Okay, so
How
how many times?
And I've been saying,
How
bro.
many, bro, you weren't there when you went. How,
Yeah, come on.
bro?
I've been saying, bro, before, bruh.
I'm talking about in our church.
What?
Did you not hear our church?
You did say
Like
that.
exactly.
You did say
So when I
Small
first started coming to her, I just started saying bro, and everybody was like, "It says bro all the time," and now everyone does it.
Now everyone go, dude.
Everyone does it.
Bro,
Even Marissa does it. She's like, "Bruh," it's like, that's me. Stop doing typing that stuff.
bruh.
Exactly.
that. Yeah.
So I started that trend.
Okay.
There you have it.
I see that big thing. All right. This is like a really average question. Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
Exactly in this spot here in this studio on our 786th episode.
That's
so specific.
700.
Was that like a 5 or a 10? That was 5. Okay. So yeah.
Next
I
5 years. Go.
I see myself True Juice being a really global thing. I don't have to work anymore.
We're going to Japan.
We're going to Japan.
There, that's my answer. In 5 years, I see myself living in Japan and not talking to anyone.
Really?
I'm kidding.
Man.
Video calling from Japan doing the Truth Juice podcast.
Yes. I see me still doing the pod in Japan, speaking Japanese.
For sure.
That's where I see myself. I'm claiming it right now.
Y'all can get subtitles.
Exactly.
Oh no, they have to dub him.
That's good.
It's gonna be Hezi speaking Japan, and it's gonna be like
Speaking
yeah, guys,
Japan.
I
Speaking
have,
Awesome.
Japan.
or I mean Japanese. Whoops.
I can see it now. That's crazy.
No, that's where I want to be in 5 years, but I'm not gonna say truthfully, but like I still see myself in there. But definitely still doing the pod. Probably married. Maybe.
Uh-oh.
I'm gonna emphasize it.
Yeah,
I'm
married.
You put it as like the
Subtitles.
Subtitles.
You put the thumbnail.
Stu married.
Yeah, but yeah, put the thumbnail. It's just gonna be like I'm gonna be married.
That's gonna be our
I'm
title.
definitely gonna
Stu
be
wants to
married.
get married.
That's crazy business.
You gotta put that. You gotta put that little side eye face like.
Yeah,
What about you, bro?
Let's see. 5 years. I want to be doing something with music. I want to get into at least playing drums for some kind of some kind of anyone really. I know like you probably have to go to school to learn like sheet music for some of that stuff, but like even if I can go play at like local dive bars or something like that, and a new drum set.
Jonas Brothers.
The new Jonas is crazy.
The new Jonas.
Calling you the new Jonas.
Anyway.
What?
can
But
see
yeah,
that being
definitely doing something with
He
music.
does look like a Jonas brother.
All right.
Okay. Do you need a new prescription or like?
This dude, he is the oldest person here.
I know.
And he's
I
he's
believe
got
it.
He's like,
the
I
second.
gotta take my medications.
I could have
My
told
bad.
you that. Even if he wasn't the older person, I would have said in vibes and
Yeah, just
spirit.
vibe.
Yeah, he's like a grandpa.
That's why you
He's
call
like
it Uncle
grandpa.
Stu.
That's why he's Uncle Stu.
You call yourself
Yes,
Uncle Stu.
that is very true.
You gave
He's
the nickname Uncle.
I'm just old, dude.
He's the old guy that comes around at like family dinners and says something to you unintelligible and then just walks away laughing. He'd be like,
No doubt.
sure thing, Uncle Stu.
What's
Where
your
do you
5
see
years?
yourself?
Oh my gosh, y'all! I don't plan. I don't do plans.
Same, I
I
feel
don't
that.
do plans.
I feel
I don't
that.
know where I see myself in the next 5 minutes.
Literally, I think about what I'm
even-
doing after I leave here.
Exactly.
I don't know. I just want to be happy. That's all I want to be. That's all I hope to be in
That's
5
valid.
years. That's it.
That's valid.
It. Yeah.
I want to see myself
That's
not dead. There you go.
There you go. Like goals.
I want to see myself make it through the next 5 years
Yes.
first, brother, and then I'll tell you where I'm gonna be at.
I want to be smiling 5 years from now. That's what I want.
Yeah.
Wherever.
On February 2nd,
We'll
2000
reconvene.
2030.
Our second 5-year podcast where we have Meg on.
We'll reconvene.
See if we're happy.
Yeah, that's it. That's all I want to be.
That's
It'll be
insane.
February
about the
3rd by
rest.
that time.
That's insane.
Or no.
Well, Lava Lamp didn't come on, but we
It
are
moved.
All right.
It moved.
It moved.
It moved.
There's a little bit.
And it
of, like,
bubbled. It
stuff
bubbled a little bit
in
though.
there.
Insane.
We are at our index, unfortunately.
Index.
Yeah, index. I used a big word this time.
It's a 5-letter word, and it's also not in the right context.
Exactly, bro.
Dakota liked it. Dakota, didn't you like it? Index. I did.
Index?
That was fire.
Are you
Top
saying
10.
index as like end?
He knew what I
Just
meant.
because you knew
Stu-
it, why are you encouraging
Don't
that?
encourage your stupidity.
Don't do it.
Index.
Don't do it.
Look, index.
Don't do it.
Index.
END.
Index
No,
is the
that's
word.
not how.
No.
That-
Not index. You find that in a glossary.
Index is not. Is
Bro,
not.
now.
Index is not a word.
Index is not a word.
Index. IN
Index.
is a word.
Yeah, IN. Not EN.
So you never use Windex and then cut off the
Bruh.
W.
Bruh.
No,
Not
because
a
it's not a
word.
word.
Y'all know what y'all
Index.
Pop
talking about.
the back of a
culture. Pop
book.
culture. Pop culture.
Y'all know what you're talking about. I'm going to drop the word index under here and y'all going to know.
The amount of times that Stu thinks that he's right.
That's crazy.
I ain't never thought Stu was right. It did.
She met him the first 2 hours. Was like, man, this guy's stupid. This guy's an idiot.
I'm not gonna say you're right,
Oh, that's
but I'm gonna apply it.
crazy. But we
So-
are at our ending.
There you go.
There we go.
Our index.
So, would you like to promote anything? Or
Yeah.
Anything? Nothing.
Nothing to
I don't have
promote.
anything to promote. Just good vibes. That's all I want to promote.
Yes.
Good vibes.
Yeah, there you go.
Thank
That's
you.
it.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for Stu.
Thanks for
Stop.
having me.
Stu, stop.
Sorry.
Why are you shooting our subscribers, Stu? Stu?
Thank you for coming. We would definitely
Thank
want to
you.
have you back. It was an
Absolutely.
awesome podcast.
This was fun.
Thank you guys.
But this has been our end.
Wait, hold on. What? Wait.
What? Just complete silence till it moves.
You got a point. It's lifting.
moving.
It's lifting. You got a
moving.
point.
It's going.
We're gonna end the podcast.
How long do we got?
Look. The,
Over.
We got a
He's
minute-
got
we
like
got
a
a minute
minute.
for it to
you
move.
got a link.
Okay, it can't be complete
No.
silence.
No. Shut up.
It can happen.
It is moving. It is moving. I just turned it so y'all can see that.
Oh. There's one little piece.
There you go.
Oh, okay. Well, it didn't move. You just messed it up.
I think Dakota plotted on us for
Probably.
sure. He plotted. He plotted.
We want to shout out Dakota. Thank you
Yeah,
guys
absolutely.
for joining us on the podcast. It's been the True Juice, and we will
The
subscribe.
True Juice Podcast.
It's been the True Juice podcast.
Sir.
We will comment, subscribe.
No,
like.
not we will do it, but you guys leave us a
Isaiah,
comment.
you don't shut
You guys like and subscribe.
Deuce.
The audience. For God so loved the world that he gave his only Son, that whoever believes in him should not perish but have eternal life. A comedian in Las Vegas said, "How much do you think I have to hate you if I believe that Jesus is the way to heaven and not tell you?"
Smash the like button so hard that when you click on your computer, that the mouse just gets disintegrated into the desk or whatever your finger better be through.
We'll see you next time. Bye bye.